going to ask Martha to do here is to do a demo to feel my energy. That a lot of people don't believe in energy yet.
Everything is energy. Everything that has life has energy. So it's just a matter of tapping into the energy. So when I work with people, I do sessions and people will lay on the bed, or sometimes they will sit beside me, just relax, and I will just touch their body. This is one way. I will touch their body, and then I will feel into and I will connect with their energy, and then I start to receive information through my subtle senses. When I work on say wild animals, because I go to South Africa and Botswana and I work with the wild animals, well, I can't touch a lion.
Yeah, exactly. How do you do it?
So I do it by distance.
Ah, like a distant treatment.
Yes.
But you have to feel them, right?
Yeah, but energy doesn't stop. Energy is everywhere.
That's true.
So I just connect. I feel that connection with the lion, for instance, because I've done this. And I start to receive information from the lion.
Wow.
And the lion will, often the animals will send pictures through, and then it's not words typically, it's pictures, and then I kind of I read the pictures, and that's how I get the information. But with people, I can do the same thing. So I could do it here without touching you.
Do I need to close my eyes?
No.
Okay.
No. I could do it here without touching you.
Wow.
But I could also do it if I'm in Canada and you're in China. I could do it there too.
So, but you have to see me. Or?
No.
Really?
No. No.
That's
I don't
really
have to see you.
powerful.
Because I've already seen you, I've already connected with your energy. I just think about you and your energy comes. If somebody wanted me to work on them, I would ask either for a picture they can send me over the phone, or their name, date of birth, and maybe an address. Because the name and the address or date of birth has the same vibration as the person.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
You mean address, like the physical
address
like
where they live.
Usually live.
Yes. Yeah.
What about for someone like you and like me? We travel a lot.
You still have a place where you live.
Like your energy is more there.
Yes.
Ah.
But it doesn't matter. If you told me you were in Europe, then I would connect with you in Europe.
Oh.
So your date of birth never changes. Your name, even if you change your name, it still has a frequency because that's who you are.
So you just tap into their frequency and their energy and
Yes.
tell them what's the blockage of their bodies.
Yes.
I see.
So what I do is I will connect
Now
with
I'm nervous.
I will connect with the person's energy. And so
What happened after you touched me?
nothing. Now, you could start feeling things right away because your body, actually when I'm connecting with you, the whole truth is I'm connecting with your all-knowing. What we call innate wisdom knows exactly how to heal us, knows exactly everything about us. But as we live, we get different belief systems and filters and masks that we put on to go through life. Pretty soon we're so far from who we are, we don't know who we are.
We feel lost.
Yes.
We feel so confused.
Yes. So many people feel so lost. So what I do is I connect with that inner knowing. And that's what gives me information. I just read the information that your body is telling me. And if there are blocks, then I do different techniques to remove the blocks. And some of them are tapping techniques. It's the client that's doing the healing. I'm helping to facilitate it. I'm working with the body at a deep level. So I'm already communicating. They can fall asleep on the table and I can do all the work.
Their higher self
Yes.
is healing done already.
Yes.
I see.
And that's actually who I'm talking to, is their higher self.
What is my higher self telling you right now?
You want this to be on film? So there's different things also that I do, and it's different things I set up in my mind when I'm doing this. So I have created a healing place within my mind. So when I connect with a person, I put them in that place. I will scan the body and just say, show me if there's any spots. So often I'll say to somebody, if I see maybe my attention is drawn to the left knee, and I'll say, are you having problems in the left knee? And they say, oh, how did you know that? If you're ready to deal with it, the body will show me. If you're not, then I don't. So I could do a session for somebody and help balance them, but then they might come back again and there's a different layer. Yeah, it's like peeling an onion. You take one layer off and then there's another one. As soon as I get information, as the observer, it makes a change. Just by bringing it to light, then it changes. Wow. Because you're here to make a change. Your body knows that. As soon as it comes in alignment with an observer, it changes.
I see. Because they are aware of it subconsciously.
Yes. We have 3 brains. We have our head brain, we have our heart brain, and our enteric brain. Enteric brain, we call the gut brain. That's when people have a real gut feeling about something. I don't know if you say that here, but you know when you feel like you just really know something and you feel it deep inside.
Trust your gut, right?
Trust your gut. That's it. That's the gut brain. But often we make the head brain take over and get in the way.
That's what happened to most of the people right now in the world.
Yes.
We have a very busy brain here, and
that's right.
kind of block our intuitive feelings.
Absolutely right.
So
yes, and the brain, the head brain, has a lot of ego, right? So ego wants to be right. So that's why we feel like we need to take over. When I did my ride across Canada, it was very dangerous. I was riding a horse alongside the busiest highway across Canada. Lots of big trucks going by fast, very dangerous because the horse could get scared and jump in front of a vehicle, right? So when I told people I was going to do it, they said, you're crazy.
How long was
you can't
the
do
tour?
that. It was 3.5 months.
Wow.
That it took me.
On one horse?
No, I used 4 horses.
So you bring them together?
I put 3 in the horse trailer that somebody drove ahead, and I rode one, and then I would switch them out when they got tired.
I feel like your life is like a great movie, because it's very adventurous.
Yeah, I have an adventurous spirit. But, you know, the thing about when people said, you're crazy, you can't do that, that's scary, what if something goes wrong? I could feel it in here, in my enteric brain, in my gut brain. I knew I would be okay.
Yeah.
I knew it. I didn't let this get in the way. If I let this get in the way, I would not have ever done it. Because I would have tapped into that's scary. What if this happens? What if that happens? But I didn't. I went with this. Now I really know what the feeling is in the gut brain. And that's what guides me.
So the gut is more important than this brain.
Yes.
What about the heart brain?
Yes. Oh, also very, very important. Based on a lot of emotion. So a lot of times it's like follow your heart and you can't go wrong. They say that, right? Yeah. You know, it's kind of this brain, if you get too emotional and then you get this confused, listen to this. But the heart brain works along with the gut brain. And then it takes it to here, which helps to, then it's kind of like the computer. Takes all the information and then processes it. Yeah.
So we still need the physical brain.
Oh, absolutely.
Process the information.
Yeah, it's not bad. We need it. This messes you up because then you say, but what if this? What if that? And then you end up not doing something that
I feel like the physical brain brings you a lot of fears and a lot of how do you say, the obstacles.
Yeah, a lot of the obstacles, they can happen here because this is what creates it. So we create our reality. Yeah. Our reality that we experience is what we have created. So if we use this too much, then we're creating often imbalanced things. We need to trust. People don't trust themselves. You live with your body 24 hours a day, 365 days a year. And then when something goes wrong, instead of tapping in and saying, okay, show me, just really getting in touch with yourself, you just run to the doctor. And then they tell you, and they see you for 5 minutes. I know in Canada it's about 5 minutes. I love doctors. I think they're wonderful and they help us a lot. But I think we could help ourselves. Yeah, if we would get to know ourselves more. If we all felt like we were one and we all had an important role to play in our life here, in this lifetime, this life on earth, we all have a role to play. If we all realized that and became who we were born to be, that authentic self, remove all those blockages, which is what I help with the work that I do, is to help get rid of these blockages and these filters and belief systems so that you could be more who you are and you can play that role in this world, in our universe, and then everything runs smoothly. And a lot of people see the world as the world is bad, the world is a scary place. It's actually so beautiful. If anybody watched the movie Avatar.
I love Avatar.
Yes.
That's one of my favorite movies.
Everybody wants to be on Pandora. We actually live on Pandora. But we see the world through fearful eyes, or, we watch the news and we see all this bad stuff, and then we think the world is bad. That makes us want to cut ourselves off energetically from the world. That causes us problems. If we open our eyes and realize that the world is actually full of beautiful gifts for us, we start to see our reality differently, and it changes.
But everyone plays a role on Earth, right?
Yes. Yeah. So I see it as a big theatrical play.
And you are your own director.
Yes.
You are your own actor.
Yes. And if we think of a play and everybody has a role to play, but one person doesn't do it right, it throws the whole play off. But if everybody gets to be their character and does really good at it because that's who they believe they are, it's a phenomenal performance.
So in a way, you are like a producer. You help them find their innate potential.
Yes.
And really become who they are supposed to be. Then everyone can put on a great show.
Yes, that's absolute. It doesn't have to be hard. It's actually very simple, very simple. We just have to break down some of these belief systems that we have, and when we do that and we can see things so much brighter, it's a better world, not just for us, our families, our community, our country, the whole world.
Yeah. This is your first time to China?
Yes.
How do you feel the energy of the Chinese students you have here?
I love Chinese students. I love Chinese people. I won't just say students. I guess if I see it as the Chinese people, there's fear. I feel that there's fear to expand. Fear of thinking out of the box. And different cultures have their own thing. So a culture can affect everybody within it, and everybody have the same fears or belief systems that affects them. I see that when I work with different culture people in different cultures. Just different places, different things that have happened can affect people on a national level. If there's been a trauma to that country, people end up connecting themselves and tap into that frequency.
Because it's all vibration.
Yes.
So we share the same kind of collective vibration as Chinese people.
Yeah.
What about people who have reincarnated many different lifetimes?
I will experience that. I will pick up information from that. If it's necessary for the purpose of healing the person, then I will get information about past lives.
Past lives.
Yes. And some need to be, because people don't need to live things over and over again. So if it's ready to go, when in a session it will come up, and then I will help release it. There's different techniques that I do to help sever or release things.
I remember I used to read this book called Many Masters, Many Lives. A psychiatrist. He was helping his client to deal with different past lives patterns. Because she had so many traumas from different life. And the trauma, if you didn't clean it, it's still gonna keep going.
That's right. Yes.
And do you help your client that as
absolutely,
well?
Absolutely. Yes. That happens quite a bit. Yeah, because a lot of times in the time that we are living now is very exciting times.
Can you please explain?
The energy, even the frequency of the earth has changed. We are raising our vibration to actually be in a higher dimension, to be higher vibrational beings. So a lot of this heavy stuff needs to be shifted and taken, fall away. Gone. We don't want it. If we are living in these high vibrational times right now, there's a reason. We chose on an energetic level to come here at this time to shift things.
You mean our souls here?
Yes.
Because we wanted to experience this time.
Yes. So that's why a lot of things are really shifting, and sometimes it feels really rocky and rough. If you can change that around and say, okay, change is never easy. It's not, most people don't like change. We're going through quite a change right now. But it can be very exciting because change is good. Change is good. This change is good. But often it rocks our boat.
So what do we need to do?
So accepting, first of all, that you're here because you wanted this change. You wanted to go to a higher level of vibration. And don't be fearful of it. Fear limits us. Fear is very important. Fear stops us from running into traffic, right? So that's important. But sometimes fear gets too big, and it's actually not even a justified fear. And it limits us, and we say, oh, I don't want to do that. I don't want to go there. I ride horses a lot. I ride in the mountains, and it is some of the most spiritual experiences that I've had to connect with nature on my horse. I sleep under the stars with the horses right there.
I wanted to have your life. This is one of the best experience is to be, we call, live in the nature. Yeah. You have the sky as your blanket. Yes. Yeah. And you have the grassy floor as your mattress. You have trees. Everything gives energy. In nature is all healing energy. That's why when people go on holidays, they often will go to nature, be it at the sea, to get the vibration from the water, the salt, a lot of people in Canada go camping. I live right by the Rocky Mountains, which is high energy. And so when you go there, I can feel my body heal and release things when I'm in nature. I have a store right in the center of the mountains called Banff. I know a lot of Chinese people know Banff. We know Banff, yes, because of the famous film festival.
Yes. Yes.
And the skiing.
And the skiing. And so I have a store there that I sell the alchemy crystal singing bowls. So I do a lot of energy work within the mountains. I take the bowls into the mountains out in nature and play them. That's a very high vibration, the bowls are as well. And then just about an hour outside of Banff, I have a healing center that I do treatments and have different practitioners do different things to help people.
Okay, let's go next time to Canada.
Yay!
As human beings, we all need to unite, actually.
Yes.
Especially people who are already on their soul journey. We all need to work together to really help the world to get rid of their blockage, to get rid of their limiting belief.
And we'll realize that we really are living in paradise.
We need more people to know Earth is such a beautiful living being.
It really is.
Yeah.
It really is. And it's not just humans that get to live here. We share it with animals and plants, and that is why I do the work with the animals. They offer great information. They're very, very connected to the earth energy, even more than humans are, because we block it. So I'm hoping to even bring this animal communication teaching, which we call hypercommunication, because it's with anything that has a life force that we can communicate with, even nonverbal humans. So, an autistic child that has lost its ability to speak, or a special needs child, or somebody, an Alzheimer's patient, to be able to connect with them is beautiful, beautiful.
Such great work Martha is doing right now on Earth. To me, she's like an angel. And I'm very glad I met you here. Yeah.
Dreaming is so good. When I was a kid, my mother would always say, "Get your head out of the clouds." My teacher would say, "Oh, you're such a dreamer." And I always thought that that was a bad thing. And when I became an adult, I realized what a blessing that is. It's a gift. And I love for people to become dreamers, because it's not that your head is out there. What you're doing is connecting with universal consciousness. And that's perfect, because that is what we're meant to do.
Yeah. If we can dream, we can really manifest anything.
Anything. The universe has unlimited possibilities and potentials for us to receive.
What about the people who are not ready to receive the information?
Then they won't be present. They won't watch the video. They won't come for a session. That's okay. Everybody needs to do it in their time.
Thank you so much, Martha.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you so much. I'm very thankful to have this opportunity. I'm very grateful that you are open to sharing this with people. I want to share this with everybody I know. It's like when you see a really good movie and you run out and tell everybody, or a good restaurant and you tell everybody about it.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Because I think more people need to know through different channels.
Yeah. And let's share it. If everybody else sees the YouTube clip, send it to your friends so we can share this. Hope to see you at workshops or sessions then.
And remember to fly with Maggie, not just literally, but spiritually.